Toxic top rope coming for your throat. Random show with input stories I never wrote. Don't be mean, hit that subscribe. Cross the line, take a dive. Toxic top rope coming at your throat. I'm happy when I see your clip because I done started a show. You can judge, but it's just the start. Just leave comment, a like and subscribe. Welcome to the Toxic Top Rope, but it don't make sense because it's completely random. As I also go on, important support.
Welcome back to the Toxic Top Rope part. I'm John. Welcome back to the Toxic Top Rope, episode 10, Wrestling Dontaku part 2, entitled Tetsuya Naito's and Bushi's last match. I can't believe saying that don't even sound real. Let's get into it. Our first match was our first match was. I didn't even really watch this because I didn't know who these people were, but we're gonna skip that one. The match where I started from was one half of the Junior Tag Team Champions, Master Wato and Yoshihashi representing Hontai, taking on United Empire, one half of the heavyweight New Japan Tag Team Champions, Great Khan, with Jacob Austin Young. It was a very, very good match. The next match, I didn't even know what was happening, but I was happy for it because I watched a lot of Stardom. Is a all-female wrestling promotion in Japan. Love that. It was Maki, FWC's Hazuki and Kagoma versus Neo Genesis. This is like their staples. Neo versus Neo Genesis, Starlight Kid, Azium, and Yuna. It was a very good Stardom showcase. These women always hit hard. They always go in. It's always a good show. Next match was your New Japan TV champion, ELP, El Phantasmo, and Bolton Oleg representing Hontai versus the Don Callis family, Takeshita and his heater, Rocky Romero, in a good match. We got to win in that one, but a good match. But they just building towards their eventual rematch for Takeshita's Never Openweight Championship. The next match, we got the legend Hiroshi Tanahashi with Toriyano, the other half of the Junior Tag Team Champions, Yo. These some legends in this match. I don't want to mess his name up. And Tajiri from WWE is where I know him from. And this was such a fun match. They faced TMDK, Zack Sabre Jr., Yohei, Robbie Eagles, Fujita, and Harley Jackson. It was such a good back and forth tag team match, and Tanahashi got the pin in that match since he lost the prior day, which would have been Saturday. The next match, you got Hontai, Shota Umino, Ishii, the New Japan Strong Champion. Then you got Tachi, and you got Taka versus Los Ingobernables de Japón, Shingo Takagi, Bushi in his last match, Hiromu Takahashi, and Naito in his last New Japan. Naito is I should have wore like this shirt. Naito, I remember watching him for the very first time when TNA brought in the Japanese wrestlers from when they had a deal with New Japan. So that was my first time seeing him. He was in a group called Speed Muscle with a guy that's in the House of Torture now, Yujiro Takahashi, they were called No Limit. And that was my first time seeing Naito, and he had a presence about himself that was undeniable. And then some years later, he went to Mexico and came back speaking Spanish, which is he's speaking Spanish and Japanese at the same time. Outstanding. And he started to opened up the eye with his hand, and he started to be this character that was relaxed, and he didn't care about anything. He used to take world titles and championship and throw them up in the air, and they used to smack the mat in the floor, and pieces used to break off. The man was crazy, and he carved his own road from being like that all the way to being a double champion, to combining the New Japan World Title and the New Japan Intercontinental Title into what is now is like an undisputed New Japan title. He did that. He brought together a group of gentlemen, and these guys, I wouldn't say they're tag teams, but they formed over the years. But they were a group of individuals, and Los get the ungovernable. That's what Los Ingobernables mean, which means you cannot put them in a class, from my understanding. And it's like Naito just being great. He used to come out in main event matches in a full suit, Velcro down his pants, to play mind games with his opponents. He was making fun of people. He was treating himself with no titles at one point like he was the world champion. He's the main event. He was even offended when AEW had a deal with New Japan when they did a show called Forbidden Door, where the New Japan wrestlers go against the AEW wrestlers. The first show they did, Naito was offended he went on the show. He is New Japan through and through. And you got Bushi, who's a lucha mask making master. I don't know if he make his masks or who make them. He got some of the best masks I ever seen, some of the coolest things I ever seen, and he's always been like a second to Night, and not second as in inferior, but like fun as in he dressed up in the suits. When he had big matches, they had a spot to where when they used to enter, Nice used to throw the hat at him, and he used to catch it and put it on the ring post. Like, Bushi is a very cool guy. They have his moves in SmackDown. My wrestlers use them. He's a very cool guy, and I just want to give my appreciation and my thanks for Naito changing my perspective on what a Japanese wrestler can be, and him and Bushi carving a road, and Naito creating Los Ingobernables de Japón, the ungovernable in Japan is what it means in English, to show that you can carve your own way. You can be your own man. You can be your own character, and you can come in and you can do great things. I'm really emotional because I don't know where he's going, and hopefully he goes somewhere where they appreciate him like New Japan did. Naito is one of the greatest wrestlers to ever do it today. I don't care what nobody do, through injury, knee injury, shoulder injury, neck injuries. He's always came back stronger. And Naito is my, some of my okay, it's this. Some some is like scratching against me, but it's like hopefully he's found his spot out, whether it be in another Japanese company or whether he goes to America and join them. I don't know. I don't read wrestling news anymore because some of it is lies, and majority of it is lies and opinionated. Not a lot of truth, like what I'm doing. So, I don't read a lot of it or watch a lot of it. But hopefully Naito lands on his feet somewhere else or take some time off or whatever you're doing, him and Bushi. But I'm very excited for the future of Los Ingobernables de Japón. Speaking of the future of LIJ, leads me into our next match. You got the Heat, Yuya Uemura taking on the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion, Yota Tsuji. He's in LIJ. Los Ingobernables representing LIJ. So they had a match. And this is the present versus the present. Like I was saying, these two are two of those future. But they wrestling so hard. They are the current, they're the future, but they wrestling in the present. And they fought over the Global Heavyweight Championship in a match that went back and forth for a long time, shot to shot. And ended with the Gene Blast, which was the corner spear from Yota Tsuji, who took and Los Ingobernables won the last match. I just got caught up, I just want to give my appreciation to the man. But Yota Tsuji and Yuya Uemura, they fought so hard. And like I said, it ended with the Gene Blast. That's the corner spear from Yota Tsuji for the 1, 2, 3. Everybody came back out, the whole LIJ, Naito and Bushi, and Yoda Suji says some beautiful things about Naito and all of this stuff about the group and the future. And Bushi and Naito got out of the ring, left Hiromu and Shingo and Yota Tsuji in the ring, and they did a farewell and a goodbye and last fist for LIJ. I'm really torn about the Naito thing, man. I just don't want this to be the last time I see him, and I don't know, I don't know where he's going, and it really bothers me to see one of my favorite current wrestlers just like walk away for, they can come to an agreement on stuff, and it's just like, it's just hard. But in typical Naito style, let's do it for Naito. Hiromu, Bushi, Titan, Tsuji, Takahashi, Naito, Nosotros, Los Ingobernables de Japón. Respects to Naito, respect to Bushi. Hopefully they land on their feet somewhere else. I'm really torn about this. Our main event, Callum Newman, one half of the New Japan Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, challenging the man who stopped the title reign of Zack Sabre Jr., Hiroki Goto. Callum Newman, in a group that was founded by Will Ospreay, coming from where he came from and fighting hard in this match, proving that he can hang in the main event with and Hiroki Goto certified main eventer, but proving that he can hang in the main event with Hiroki Goto. The crowd was into it. I was into it. Didn't know where we was going. I know I came back fast. I had to watch the highlights to show one play, so I just watched the highlights of it, and I watched that match on the highlights, and they going back and forth in a showcase for Callum Newman, a coming out party for him as a main eventer, and he fought all the way to the end, fought so hard Hiroki Goto had to hold his arm and drop him with the GTR for the 1, 2, 3. Before Hiroki Goto can really get a statement out about Callum Newman and the future of his title reign, the former champion ZSJ, Zack Sabre Jr., came straight out and challenged him. Long story short, challenged him for the championship. Then Shingo, who I felt like it was a number one contender match for him and Shota the previous night. Shingo Takagi came out and challenged him as well. And I already know because I seen the graphic on Instagram that they are going to be in a triple threat match at the next New Japan Big Show, which I don't know what that is. I can look though. But it was a good show. And I mean that, but the Naito thing, really tore me up because not seeing Naito again in New Japan is very hard to fathom. Like, it's just very hard to imagine, But I'm pulling up the graphic. Dominion, that's the next show. So at Dominion, that's the next show that we're gonna review on June 15th. Is going to be in the main event. You got Hiroki Goto versus Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shingo. You got I forgot to say that Gabe Kidd came out and challenged Yota Tsuji for the global championship. So they're gonna fight the Dominion. Evil and David Finlay are gonna fight in the dog collar match at Dominion. Excited about that. And Ishii, and Taichi are challenging Callum Numa and Great Okan for the heavyweight IWGP Tag Team Championship. That's the matches they got so far. I'm excited. This is my favorite wrestling show. So hopefully I can remember because I be going to bed. But that's my time, and I'm finna chill out. My throat hurting all the damn talking. And then I'm going to get into whatever game that I'm playing later on. But thank you for watching. And it's that toxic top rope coming at your throat.
Toxic top rope coming for your throat. Random show with input stories I never wrote. Don't be mean, hit that subscribe. Cross the line, take a dive. Toxic top rope coming at your throat. I'm happy when I see your clip because I done started a show. You can judge, but it's just the start. Just leave comment, a like and subscribe. Welcome to the toxic top rope, but we don't make sense because it's completely random. This I also go on. Important support. Toxic top rope coming for your throat. Random show with input stories I never wrote. Don't be mean, hit that subscribe. Cross the line, take a dive.